Starting an indoor garden might seem intimidating at first, but trust me, it's one of the most rewarding experiences you can have. Bringing plants into your home not only adds beauty and life, but also improves air quality and boosts your mental well-being. Whether you have a sunny windowsill, a balcony, or just a small corner of your living room, growing indoor plants is easier than you think. This guide is packed with practical, actionable steps for beginners to help you set up your own indoor garden. No green thumb required. Let's get started. The first step in starting an indoor garden is choosing the perfect spot for your plants. Unlike outdoor gardens where nature dictates the conditions, your indoor plants are reliant on the available light in your home. Start by observing the light in your space. Does the area get a lot of sunlight throughout the day, or is it a bit more shaded? Most indoor plants require some level of natural light to thrive, but each plant has different light needs. For instance, if you have a sunny spot by the window, you can grow plants like tomatoes, peppers, and herbs like basil and rosemary. These plants love full sun, meaning they need at least 6 hours of direct sunlight per day. On the other hand, if you have a shadier spot in your home, you'll want to go for plants like peace lilies, snake plants, and ferns. These plants thrive in lower light conditions and can still flourish with indirect sunlight. To test the light levels in your space, try placing a plant in the spot for a week, and monitor how it responds. If the plant looks like it's stretching or becoming leggy, it's a sign it's not getting enough light, and you may need to move it to a brighter location. When you're just starting, it's crucial to choose plants that are forgiving and easy to care for. Not all plants are the same. Some require a lot of attention, while others can thrive with minimal effort. For beginners, it's best to start with hardy plants that can tolerate occasional neglect. One great option for beginners is the spider plant. Spider plants are known for being low maintenance and adaptable. They can tolerate a range of light conditions and only need watering when the soil feels dry. Spider plants also produce small pups, baby plants, which can be easily propagated and shared with friends, making them a fun and rewarding plant to grow. Another excellent choice is the snake plant, which is practically indestructible. Snake plants can thrive in low light and are very forgiving when it comes to watering. In fact, they prefer to dry out completely between waterings, so they're perfect for anyone who tends to forget to water their plants from time to time. These plants also help purify the air in your home, making them a win-win for both beauty and health. Pothos is another great indoor plant for beginners. It's incredibly easy to grow and can tolerate a wide range of light conditions, from low light to bright indirect light. Pothos can be placed on a shelf or hung from a basket, and its trailing vines will grow and cascade beautifully. Just like the spider plant, pothos can be propagated by cutting the vines and placing them in water to form new plants. Peace lilies are another option that combines beauty and ease of care. Known for their beautiful white blooms and ability to tolerate low light, peace lilies are perfect for anyone looking to add a touch of elegance to their home. They do well in bright indirect light but can also thrive in lower light. Additionally, they're excellent at removing toxins from the air, making them a perfect choice for bedrooms and living spaces. Once you've chosen your plants, it's time to think about containers and soil. The type of container you choose can make a huge difference in the health of your plants. Make sure to select pots with drainage holes to allow excess water to escape. Without proper drainage, the roots of your plants can become waterlogged, which can lead to root rot. When it comes to soil, use a high-quality potting mix designed specifically for indoor plants. Potting soil is light and airy, ensuring good drainage and root development. If you're growing succulent or cactus species, opt for a mix formulated for these types of plants. This will help prevent the soil from becoming too compacted, ensuring your plants have room to grow. Avoid using regular garden soil in your indoor containers, as it can be too heavy and may not drain well enough for indoor plants. For an extra boost, consider mixing in perlite or coconut coir to improve soil aeration and moisture retention. Watering can be one of the trickiest parts of indoor gardening, especially for beginners. Indoor plants generally require less water than outdoor plants, as the water doesn't evaporate as quickly indoors. A good rule of thumb is to check the soil moisture regularly. Stick your finger about an inch into the soil. If it feels dry, it's time to water. If it's still damp, wait another day or two. Most indoor plants prefer deep, infrequent watering rather than shallow, frequent watering. When you water, be sure to give your plant enough water so that it can soak into the soil and reach the roots. However, avoid letting the plant sit in water, as this can cause root rot. One helpful tip for beginners is to use a watering can with a long spout. This allows you to direct the water straight to the soil, minimizing the risk of wetting the leaves. Wet leaves can promote mold and mildew growth, especially in areas with poor air circulation. Fertilizing your indoor plants is key to helping them grow strong and healthy. However, many beginners tend to over-fertilize, thinking that plants need constant feeding. In reality, most indoor plants only need to be fertilized once a month during the growing season, which is spring and summer. You can use a diluted liquid fertilizer or a slow-release pellet to feed your plants. Organic fertilizers like compost tea or worm castings are excellent options for beginners. These release nutrients slowly, which is gentler on plants and better for your soil in the long run. Avoid over-fertilizing in the winter when many indoor plants enter a dormant period, as this can lead to nutrient imbalances and damage to your plants. Even though indoor plants are generally safe from many outdoor pests, they can still attract common household bugs like aphids, mealybugs, or spider mites. Be sure to check your plants regularly for any signs of infestation. If you notice small, discolored spots or tiny bugs on the leaves, it's time to take action. One of the best natural pest control methods is using neem oil. Dilute it with water and spray it on the affected plants. This helps to get rid of pests without harming the plants. For a more hands-on approach, you can use a mild dish soap and water solution to wash off any pests. It's always better to treat the issue early before it becomes a bigger problem. Indoor plants can sometimes be sensitive to temperature and humidity levels. Most houseplants prefer temperatures between 60 and 75 degrees Fahrenheit, or 15 to 24 degrees Celsius, and they thrive in higher humidity. If you live in a dry area or have indoor heating that makes the air dry, you can increase humidity by grouping plants together or using a small humidifier. Alternatively, you can place a tray of water near your plants, which will evaporate and increase humidity around them. Remember, plants love consistency, so try to avoid placing them near heat vents, air conditioners, or drafty windows. Sudden temperature fluctuations can cause stress and harm your plants. As your plants grow, they may need a little maintenance to keep them healthy. Pruning is an essential task that involves cutting away dead or yellowing leaves and stems to encourage new growth. For flowering plants, deadheading, removing spent flowers, helps the plant put energy into growing more blooms. For plants like pothos, trimming back overgrown vines encourages bushier growth. You can also propagate these cuttings to create new plants. Pruning doesn't have to be intimidating. Just think of it as giving your plant a haircut. Starting an indoor garden is a wonderful way to add life and color to your home, and it's easier than you might think. With a little care, the right plants, and some patience, you'll be well on your way to creating your own indoor oasis. If you found this guide helpful, make sure to subscribe to Hydrohaven for more gardening tips, and share it with friends who are ready to start their indoor plant journey. Happy gardening!